Charlie was trying to relax for once. With everything going on, she needed a day to relax. With the exorcist gone, with the new hotel built, it just seemed like everything was so much. And at least they got someone new to the hotel. Charlie would simply just lay back with Vaggie. As Vaggie said, "Are you sure, hon?" "Yeah, I'm sure. I'm fine. Besides, everyone needs a rest day." Vaggie would say, "You're right, Charlie," as they both smile at each other. Little did they know that today would be any day of rest. As we cut to somewhere that isn't really explored much, at least in the has-been world, in the Hell of a Boss, they go to it all the time, Earth. But today was not a normal day. Demons kept coming to Earth as they spotted more and more appearances and more trouble. This was messing up many countries' economies and many other things. So to fix this, they were going to invade hell itself, as all the agents got ready. As Agent 1 would say, "Are you ready for this?" Agent 2 would say, "Yeah. We're going to attack hell itself. Isn't that going to be cool? Isn't that kind of dumb? I mean, don't we all go there when we die anyway? Don't think of it like that. Think of it like this. If we take it over when we die and go there, it'll be like a paradise for us. We can rig it up for the rich and powerful. That's why they paid for this." So what happens if one of our constituents dies? They have a plan for that. Just don't shoot anyone wearing green. As then the other agent would nod. As they started to gather up their army and their forces, as the armed popes got ready, as armed cherubims got ready, as they got ready with angelic weapons, everything seemed like it was going to go off without a hitch. Charlie was having a conversation with Lucifer, discussing what to do about the hotel, what to do about politics, when suddenly the entire ground would shake as a massive explosion was heard. As Charlie would say, "What was that?" Lucifer would say, "I don't know. Probably just a turf war." As turf wars were quite common in hell, it caused a lot of death, destruction, and just, violence. However, this wasn't just a turf war. As the violence spread, the screams grew louder and louder and louder, until an army of popes barged down the door and pointed at Lucifer. As he said, what the hell is this? "Your crimes are over," as they all pointed angelic guns at him. They would say, "Are those humans? I thought there was only one pope." Lucifer would say, "They're not the pope, they're just dressed like him. This is weird. How did you get here?" As they all pointed their weapons, they would then start to yell, "We will get rid of you in the name of God." God, I haven't... Oh boy. Never saw this coming. As they all fired their guns, Lucifer would summon a black shield, blocking it all, and deflecting it right in their heads. Well, it might be blessed by angelic powers, but it still led, as they all fell down dead. Looks like there's a lot more of them. Where did they come from? I hope everyone's okay. As then we cut to the hotel. As we cut to the hotel, everything seemed, nice, perfect, peaceful. Nothing can go wrong, until suddenly it did. As the loud noises came through, suddenly men in suits would charge through with weapons, blasting through. As the wall came down, as all the men charged, they charged inwards, destroying everything they could find, destroying everything in their way. Only for Alistair to use his tentacles to try to deflect it, to try to block, and to try to push them back. As this was working for a while, one would slash through his ankle, causing him to fall down, as the rest would open fire, destroying him. As the rest of the hotel seemed endangered, Vaggie would jump down and fly, chopping off some of their heads. But more after more came, and it seemed like it was far too much. But just then, Camilla Carmine jumped down and would smash some of their heads, as she said, "Follow me if you want to live." As they all followed Camilla Carmine, running back with her. As she got them to safety, they would hide out. As Vaggie would say, "Did Alistair just die?" Camilla Carmine would say, "Yeah." Husk would say, "I'm finally free, baby. Time to..." "Oh, wait, we all might die." Nifty would say, "Yay, death." Camilla Carmine would say, "Just calm down, everyone. I'm sure we can get through this. Besides, Lucifer won't let this stand. Apparently, the government decided to wipe us out. What government? We don't know. Probably China or the U.S. As Husk would say, "Humans invading hell, huh?" Now that's just crazy. As then we cut to someone you wouldn't expect. Blitz was driving his car. Suddenly the cherubs would show up. Blitz would say, "You a-holes, how did you..." As suddenly one would kick him to the ground. As they would surround him, begin to beat him up. As they all started to laugh, Stolas would walk up to them. Now, they had no idea Stolas lost his powers. As they all stared at Stolas, Stolas didn't really know what to do. He knew they were stronger than him, but he could tell they were scared. As he'd play into this act, "Let go of my Blitzy at once. I'll destroy you." As they said, "We'll be back. Humans will come." As they left. As Stolas would say, "Humans," as everything was lighting on fire, being exploded, Blitz would say, "We have to get to my apartment." Stolas would nod as he would grab Blitz's hand and begin to run to their apartment. As Stolas and Blitz ran towards the apartment where Luna was staying, what they found horrified them. It was Luna laying down on the ground. She looked dead. As Blitz was about to lose it, she would say, "Blitz." As she was barely conscious, Blitz would pick her up, as chaos would be all around them. Imps, demons, sinners, everyone being slaughtered. He felt weak. He felt powerless. As Charlie would say, "There's someone there," as Blitz would turn around. As Blitz turned around, it was Charlie and Lucifer. As Lucifer would run over and heal Luna, Luna would say, "Is that the King of Hell? Thanks." As Blitz would feel grateful, so would Stolas. Even though they were a little upset he didn't show up for the trial, but this makes up for it. Also, there's way more stuff going on right now. As they all decide to try to book it. As Lucifer would try to sense where Vaggie was, so they would all go there. As they all went there, Blitz would say, "Are you alright, Luna?" Luna would say, "Yeah." As Stolas would say, "What about Octavia? Crap, we need to save her." As then Lucifer said, hold on, I got this. I can easily wipe them out. I just need a little bit of help." As Lucifer would call Satan, Satan would eventually show up. As that was going on, however, we cut away. We cut to the humans as they pushed through the Pride Ring. Suddenly, electricity would shoot through them, as it was Vox shooting them with electricity. As Gesture would appear and shoot green fire, as some of them burnt. As more overlords appeared with greater power, Vox would say, "Okay, cute, I don't know who the hell you're with, but this was pretty impressive." When suddenly men in metal armor would appear, knight armor, Vox would say, "What is this? The Crusades? Give me a break." As Vox would shoot more electricity into the armor, it wouldn't work. As he would say, "What?" Metal armor works against electricity. It conducts it perfectly around the suit. That's a fun fact. Look that up, by the way. Actually, don't. I heard that once, and it may not be true. Don't test that. As Vox would then get mad, he would charge at them, as they would pull out an angelic sword and cut him in half. As the overlords would eventually be slaughtered. They were far more powerful, but the technology was too great, and they were simply too outnumbered. Angelic tanks and planes came in. The angels used ancient weapons, blessed by holy magic. But they started to bless everything. Weapons, guns, vehicles. Anything could really be blessed, and it was tearing hell apart. As then we cut to Lucifer as he waited and waited, and eventually Satan would come in. As Satan would say, Alright, let's get this over with." As Lucifer and Satan would sit down, Charlie would say, "Dad, what are you two gonna do?" "He's wrath, Charlie, and I'm pride. There are many emotions in a human. Many different sins, but those are the two most common when it comes to an army." And then they would hold hands and begin to chant a mantra over and over again in some sort of language that Charlie didn't understand, as suddenly a wave of energy would be felt everywhere. As this wave of energy was so powerful, it would send all the humans straight back to Earth. As they were all launched back, Lucifer would fall down, and so would Satan. Charlie would say, "You okay, Dad?" "Yeah, it just takes a lot of energy." As Charlie would say, "Well, we did it, and we lost a lot of people." Stolas would then run to try to see if his daughter was okay. As Blitz would stay behind and say, "Hey, thank you for, saving my daughter. But, can I ask you a favor?" Satan would say, "Don't talk to that imp." Lucifer would say, "I'll do whatever the hell I please." "What is it?" "Can you give Stolas his status back?" As he explained to him what happened. As in, Blitz would say, "Please, give Stolas his status back." As he explained everything, Lucifer would say, "Fine." "Wait, what? Just like that?" "Yeah, why not? Almost everyone died anyway. It's not like they'll care. Besides, we need new noble status, because I'm pretty sure a lot of them did not make it out alive." As that's where we're going to leave things off. Do you think Octavia survived? And if she's dead, what do you think Stolas' reaction would be? Do you think Hell will get revenge on Earth? Let me know down in the comments below.